Hey guys, this is Scott from Up Top. I'm here to talk to you today about LexLight. LexLight is a, a streamlined version of the WordPress core theme modification API, and that is covered in the WordPress Codex and some blog posts by Otto, a well-known WordPress core contributor. And we've got that system in our 1.3 theme, and we've kind of wrapped it in some functions to make it faster to deploy. The point of LexLight is that you can make a bunch of blogs on the same child theme instead of our normal kind of bad system of duping blogs by copying and making a new child theme. You would actually have the firm on, say, even like 30 blogs like Shepherd Mullen. They all are on the same child theme. So if you're on the same child theme, how do you provide style differences between sites on the same theme? You use LexLight, aka WordPress Theme Modification API. And I'll show you what that might look like. Here's the front end of a blog that's run by LexLight on my local, and I should have made WP admin before, but you can watch me log in, I suppose. WP admin appearance customize. This is LexLight. This is your chance to influence styles without touching the style sheet. So let's say global. Primary accent color, red. The links are red now. Let's do site title. The site title changed. These changes don't actually affect the live site until you hit save and publish. So I'll hit save and publish. Go back over to the front end. That's LexLight. We've got colors, header image, some other CSS. It's really fast. You can make a new theme really fast with this. It's much faster than duping. One change in our workflow, I'll show you. I'm going over to the live server now. Blog templates. Right now, it's March 7th, 2014. We have two LexLight families out there in the wild, Shepherd Mullen and Foldy Lardner. And they're both different enough from our norm that it kind of justifies that they have their own template blogs. So even though they run on the 1.3 parent theme, you wouldn't use that for their template blog. You would use their own. And just for posterity's sake, this is what the Foldy Lardner base blog template looks like. This is on the live server. This is what you start from when making a new one with LexLight. And I have sort of some reminders so you don't forget to check the feed address for that widget, check your MailChimp settings, because those things are going to vary across themes. So that's what LexLight looks like on the front end and back end. What is it really in the code? I've got my text magnified here so you can see it better in the video. This is the functions file for the Foldy Lardner child theme. It's a child theme of the 1.3 parent theme. Here at the top, I am calling customization.php from the parent theme, and that kind of invokes the LexLight engine. By itself, it doesn't really do anything, but it exposes this global variable called LXB base customization options, which is a PHP multidimensional array. If you're not comfortable with PHP array syntax and multidimensional array syntax, it would probably be good to brush up on that. I'm a book learner, so I'm always recommending books. I like the Larry Ullman PHP books. I'm going to assume you kind of get what an array is. So this block of code right here, this lines 5 through 37, that's all it takes to do LexLight for Foldy Lardner. This block gets you this customization panel here. And of course, we're calling customization.php, which carries a lot of the load too. That's not part of this tutorial. part of this tutorial is just lines 6 through 36 here. I am kind of registering these new parts of the customization menu. So look at the ones that I have here: global, print view, and header. You can see them corresponding here: global, print view, and header. WordPress ships automatically with site title and tagline and with static front page, which I don't really find that helpful, but that's just something that WordPress ships with for this view. So that's why those are there. But the other three are there because we're calling them in our array. So let's zoom in on, let's say, global. I give it the label. I give it a slug, which is used when saving the value in the database. And then I give it an array of fields. So let's look at the fields for global. I have primary accent color, link accent color, link bottom border color, link hover background color. And those values are what's driving these inputs here. Let's look at one of the values. Let's look at primary accent color. And scroll over to the right here. It has a slug value. It's got to be unique for this theme. That's used when saving it in the database. Type. Type is what tells LexLight what sort of menu to draw. In this case, it's color. So that's why you get a color menu. You could also do text. You could do a select menu if you give it an array of options. You could do a text area. More details on how to do this can be found in the WordPress codex for the theme customization API. So I guess it's fair to say that I'm assuming that you can read the codex and you can understand new codex articles. What I'm trying to show you here is stuff that's unique to our implementation of the WordPress theme customization API that we name LexLight. Okay, moving along, we can have a default value, which we just have an empty string for the link color. We have this thing is style. And what that does is it says, okay, yes, this setting is a style, so we're going to output it in between style tags. We have a selector. This is just normal CSS selector string, and it's kind of complicated for Foley Lardner because their requirements for when a link should be hover state and whatnot are pretty convoluted. But it's just a normal CSS selector, albeit a long one in this case. Then there's the property. What CSS property are you targeting? You're targeting the color. Let's look at another one. We'll go to print view, print banner. It's not a style, so style is 0. There's nothing to output in between style tags. The type is an image, so that's why you get this. Let's see, we said print view, yeah, global print banner. Okay, here I am in the Shepard-Mullen functions file. I want you to see their implementation of LexLight. One of the cool things they do is Typekit has a limit of 10 domains per kit. So since they have like 30 or 40 themes, we need to figure out a way of injecting a different Typekit ID into any of the blogs without doing a new child theme. So what they do is they have this node in LexLight called assets, and I'm giving a default for a Typekit ID. That's what that string is right there. It's a Typekit ID to fall back to. And I put 0 for isStyle. It does not need to be output with the other styles that LexLight generates. What I have down here in this function here is it grabs the theme value for Typekit ID. That's what getThemeMod does. That's a WordPress function. It grabs your LexLight value, and then it outputs it in the Typekit format in WP head. So that's how Shepard-Mullen uses LexLight to implement Typekit without needing more theme folders. That should get you started. If you are tasked to add more stuff to a LexLight family, do it on your local, try it out, mess around with the array, read the codex article on theme mods, and I think you'll get it.